Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today. As a grandmother of 10, I have had the incredible journey of raising our 4 children, and now I'm watching my grandchildren grow up. While I may not remember every detail of the challenges I faced as a parent, I vividly recall the emotions, the highs and lows, and most importantly, the unwavering desire to be the best mom I could be. I believe that every parent has the potential to make a profound impact on their child's life, and sometimes, all we need is a little guidance and encouragement. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm excited to share this experience with you. You're in the right place if you're struggling with parenting teens and feeling overwhelmed or a lack of confidence. You've tried numerous different things to finally create a peaceful home environment, but they all failed or didn't work as planned. Or you're driven to do whatever it takes and are open to trying anything, providing you can see undeniable proof it works. It's vital you watch today if you want to avoid a dead end. To introduce myself a little bit, I've been exactly where you are now. Like many of you, I faced moments of doubt, frustration, and confusion when I was raising my children. There were times when I questioned whether I was doing things right or if my efforts were making any difference. But through it all, I held on to the hope that my love and dedication would guide my children through their toughest years. Now, as a grandmother, I look back and see that despite the struggles, those years were filled with valuable lessons and precious moments. But it wasn't always easy, and I know many parents today are facing even more complex challenges. For the past 30 years, I've been researching and studying education, and spent a small fortune in the process, to raise well-rounded and contented teens. In the early 2000s, I founded Uplifting Education, dedicated to supporting and strengthening love in families. Here's what you'll learn in this class. How struggling with constant conflicts and a lack of confidence encouraged me to search for a solution so I could finally build a strong, positive relationship with my teens. The painful mistakes I made that kept me trapped for far longer than necessary. Plus, you'll learn the 3 most common myths and flawed pieces of wisdom that mean people around the world are missing out on the joy of building a strong bond with their teens. How I discovered the most effective, and slightly weird, solution that changed everything for me. And the exact 3-step process I walk others through that transforms them forever. If you stick around, at the end of this info-packed class, I'll be giving you a link to an incredibly powerful download in order to help you even more. Before we begin, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I realize you may be skeptical right now. That's completely understandable. I was once too. But there's a reason most people struggle to overcome the same challenges you have now. And until I discovered the truth, I didn't think transforming was possible either. So let me prove it to you. Sit through today's class and you'll learn why everyone from educators to parenting experts and more are using this process. Sound good? Let's start at the beginning. Back in the early 2000s, everything was going well in my life. We homeschooled, traveled occasionally, enjoyed good family dynamics, participated in service projects, and maintained a comfortable routine. My son completed a full year of school that involved a substantial amount of work, including online lessons, reading assignments, writing tasks, and a mountain of worksheets. Then, a series of events began to unfold that changed everything. My son started preferring video games over reading or engaging in other activities. A new homeschooling school year started, and he wasn't ready to begin again. When his new classes were set up and his books and workbooks arrived, the sheer volume of work ahead seemed impossible to tackle, and he couldn't believe he could get through another year. Simple conversations turned into struggles, and the once harmonious atmosphere filled with tension. I realized that my usual parenting methods were no longer effective. The more I tried to control the situation, the worse it became. Everything changed. From simple to complicated. All of a sudden, I was reacting impulsively to his behaviors instead of staying calm, which often escalated arguments and made communication more difficult. This affected not just one, but all of my teens, adding to the overall stress and tension in our home. Not setting clear rules or consistently enforcing them led to confusion and inconsistency, resulting in more defiant behavior. Overlooking the need to praise or acknowledge good behavior changes left my teens feeling unappreciated and less motivated to improve. I wanted to stop feeling frustration because of constant conflicts, irritation because of endless misunderstandings, and disappointment because of unmet expectations. Does any of that sound familiar? Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. Here's what happened. My teens became easily irritated, making communication difficult and causing tension within the family. They started hiding things from us, leading to a significant breakdown in trust and increasing our worries. They spent countless hours on video games, which negatively impacted their social interactions and overall health. Their sleep patterns became irregular, and they showed signs of stress and anxiety, making it hard for them to concentrate, participate in activities, and maintain a good mood. Witnessing these struggles firsthand, I knew I had to make a change not only for my family but for others facing similar challenges. I made a vow to myself. I would do whatever it takes to ensure other families can find joy and connection amidst their challenges. No matter how long. No matter how much it cost. No matter how much emotional energy it took. I refused to let it beat me. So, here's what I did. I bought books, online courses, audio downloads, and even wish papers. I participated in workshops, seminars, online forums, and discussion groups. I even started college and earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in Human Development with a concentration on adolescent development at the California State University East Bay. In fact, I had the opportunity to take some of the same general education classes as my teens, and we attended them together. Those moments became precious memories. But guess what? Even though I did make a little progress, despite all the time, money, and energy I spent learning from so many different experts, I still struggled with becoming the parent I wanted to be. Why did I still lose my temper over silly things? Why did I still doubt my abilities as a parent and feel judged by others? Why did I still feel overwhelmed by the daily activities? And why did I still feel worried all the time about the future? To say I was frustrated would be an understatement. I started to think that I must be the problem. I felt like a failure. It was only later that I finally discovered how to truly connect with my teens, that I realized it wasn't me at all. I was being taught information that just wouldn't work for most people. As you're going to see shortly, if you're still stuck despite spending a fortune, it's likely not your fault either. Which brings me to 3 common myths that keep you stuck. Myth number 1, teens cannot change their feelings until their circumstances change. Why isn't this true? This approach will take longer than it needs to be because it relies on external changes, which are often slow and unpredictable. Teaching teens to understand and manage their thoughts can lead to quicker emotional improvements. This approach will cost more than it needs to be because it might involve unnecessary expenses on therapy, medication, or changes in environment. Helping teens learn to manage their thoughts is a more cost-effective solution. This approach will be more painful than it needs to be because it can lead to feelings of helplessness and frustration when external changes are not feasible. Understanding that they can change their feelings through their thoughts provides immediate relief and a sense of self-control. Myth number 2, parents must know the right techniques to handle situations. Why isn't this true? This approach will take longer than it needs to because it involves learning and applying numerous techniques, which can be time-consuming. Focusing on understanding and connection allows for more immediate and effective responses. This approach will be more complex than it needs to be because it requires memorizing and applying different techniques for different situations, which can be overwhelming. Emphasizing understanding and connection simplifies parenting by focusing on the core relationship with the teen. This approach will be more painful than it needs to be because it can lead to frustration and self-doubt when techniques fail or are not applicable. Understanding and connecting with teens cultivates a more authentic and supportive relationship, reducing stress and enhancing mutual trust. Myth number 3, setting goals alone will build teens' resilience. Why isn't this true? This approach will take longer than it needs to be because it focuses solely on external achievements rather than internal understanding. Teaching teens how their thoughts influence their feelings can lead to faster and more sustainable resilience. This approach will be more painful than it needs to be because it can lead to disappointment and stress if goals are not met. Understanding that resilience comes from within through managing thoughts provides immediate relief and builds a stronger inner strength. This approach will be more complex than it needs to be because it requires constant monitoring and adjustment of goals, which can be daunting. Fostering an understanding of thought processes simplifies the development of resilience by addressing the root cause of emotional responses. If you follow this kind of flawed common wisdom, you will either never overcome your problem or get there a lot slower than is necessary. The truth is nearly all common methods and advice for parenting teens are usually longer than it needs to be, more costly than it needs to be, more complex than it needs to be, and more painful than it needs to be. But I didn't know that until I finally found the breakthrough I was looking for. Let me tell you how I discovered it, and then I'll share the simple steps you need to take too. During my search, I came across something called the 3 principles. It was like a lightning bolt between the eyes because unlike other approaches, you didn't need to use strict discipline to enforce rules and manage behavior. Micromanage their activities to ensure they stay on the right path. Rely on constant monitoring and surveillance to keep them safe. Provide continual external rewards to motivate positive behavior. In fact, it went against nearly everything I'd learned up to that point. And I'll admit, it sounded too good to be true. But I was so desperate I decided to look into it more closely because the proof was undeniable. This approach to transformation was being used to help film stars in Hollywood, successful entrepreneurs, music celebrities and athletes, even the homeless and prisoners, and changing lives permanently all around the world. When I heard about it, I wondered, could it help someone struggling with parenting teens? I dug deep. I read books on it. I hired mentors. I bought online training. I signed up for live events and seminars. I just knew there was something to this. I spent thousands doing my research because of that vow I had made. I would do whatever it takes to ensure other families can find joy and connection amidst their challenges. No matter how long. No matter how much it cost. No matter how much emotional energy it took. I refused to let it beat me. And during my research into the 3 principles, it happened. It was like the fog lifted and I realized why I was stuck and why other common methods hadn't worked. I had an epiphany. I now knew why I still lost my temper over silly things. I realized that my overreactions were driven by my own thoughts in the moment. By understanding that I could choose my thoughts, I learned to respond more calmly and constructively. I now knew why I still tried to control everything. I understood that my need to control my teens' lives came from my own fears and anxieties. Trusting in the universal intelligence helped me let go of this need and give my teens the space to grow. I now knew why I had focused on their flaws. I realized that my constant worry about my teens' futures was overshadowing their innate wellness and resilience. By seeing their natural capacity for well-being, I could support them more effectively. And most importantly, I now knew why I had stayed stuck. And it was so simple, I couldn't believe I hadn't figured it out before. Everything changed when I applied this new approach, and I was able to stay calm and patient. By understanding my own thoughts, I could remain calm during conflicts, which helped de-escalate arguments and improve communication. I was able to trust teens' ability to grow. Letting go of my need for control allowed teens to make their own decisions, fostering independence and responsibility. I was able to communicate openly and effectively. Facing difficult conversations with confidence helped resolve issues more quickly and strengthened our relationship. I was able to focus on their strengths. Recognizing teens' innate wellness and resilience allowed me to encourage their positive qualities, boosting their self-esteem and motivation. And I was able to create a supportive environment. By changing my mindset and approach, I created a more supportive and understanding home environment, where each person felt valued and heard. I finally felt peaceful, confident, connected, encouraged, and fulfilled. And best of all, I now knew there was no going back to the way things were before. It was a long, costly, and emotionally painful journey to discover this understanding. But it was all worth it. Now, I get to share what I've learned with others who are struggling just as I once did. So with that in mind, let me now give you the 3 critical steps you've got to take to strengthen your connection with your teen and support their growth in the fastest time possible. Step 1. Understand why we are feeling frustrated and are reacting strongly in the first place. Let me ask you a couple of questions, and I really want you to think about this. Why do you feel frustrated? And why do you react strongly? If you had asked me those questions before I discovered this approach, I would have said, I feel frustrated because of communication breakdowns. It's challenging to communicate effectively with teens, which often leads to misunderstandings and conflicts. I would have also said, I feel frustrated because of behavioral issues. Managing teens' challenging behaviors, like defiance, disrespect, or lack of responsibility, is difficult. Or I feel frustrated because of academic pressures. The stress related to teens' school performance, homework, and future educational prospects is overwhelming. Or I feel frustrated because of social influences. I'm concerned about my teens' friends, peer pressure, and potential exposure to negative influences. Or I feel frustrated because of time management. Balancing my busy schedule with my teens' activities and needs often leaves me feeling stressed. Additionally, I react strongly because of unmet expectations. When my teen's behavior or performance doesn't meet my expectations, I feel disappointed. Or I react strongly because of personal stress. High levels of stress from work, relationships, or other responsibilities can make me impatient. Or I react strongly because of past experiences. Previous negative experiences or unresolved issues from my own upbringing can influence my reactions. Or I react strongly because of fear and worry. Concerns about my teen's safety, future, or well-being can make me feel scared. Or I react strongly because of a lack of control. Feeling a loss of control over my teen's actions or choices can make me feel anxious. But when I came across the 3 principles, I realized I was 100% wrong. Here's a light bulb moment that can change your life. You only ever feel what you think. Let me repeat that. You only ever feel what you think. A paradigm shift, or a major change in thinking, can help us approach problems in new ways. Let's explore a powerful paradigm shift that can transform how we understand our thoughts and emotions as parents, leading to greater clarity and a stronger connection with our teens. First, our experience of the world is entirely thought-created. Everything we experience is filtered through our thoughts, shaping how we perceive and interact with the world around us. Second, our thinking at any moment dictates how we feel at that moment. The thoughts we have directly influence our emotions, determining whether we feel happy, sad, stressed, or calm. Plus, our feelings can never be separate from our thinking. There's an inseparable link between our thoughts and feelings. What we think inevitably shapes how we feel. Finally, our feelings are a result of what we think. The emotions we experience are a direct outcome of our thoughts, meaning our feelings are always tied to our mental processes and perceptions. Most people believe that the outside world makes them feel a certain way. But if that were true, everyone would experience the same things and feel exactly the same way. However, that's not what happens, is it? For example, have you ever been in a traffic jam where you feel calm, but someone else in the car is getting angry, or vice versa? How could that be? How can people react differently to the same situation? Here's why. One person views the traffic as a problem and has angry thoughts, making them feel angry. Another person doesn't see the traffic as a problem, so they don't have angry thoughts and feel calm instead. Their individual thinking in the same situation causes them to feel differently. Our feelings are a result of what we think. This example shows how our thoughts shape our feelings. Step 1. Understand why we are feeling frustrated and reacting strongly. The first critical step is to recognize that the reason we feel frustrated and react strongly is because of our thoughts. We are feeling frustrated and are reacting strongly not because of our past, our genetics, our environment, how others respond to us, our stress from work or life, or the behavior of others. We feel and do certain things because of the way we are thinking about them at that moment in time. And what's so exciting about this is that it means you are in control. Not your circumstances, your past, or anything else. You. That brings me to Step 2, which is to recognize how our emotions and reactions impact us and our relationships. Remember how I, and many others, went down numerous dead ends searching for a solution? There's a reason those paths were dead ends. Most solutions do not get to the root cause of why we are feeling frustrated, and do not get to the root cause of why we're reacting strongly. Most solutions focus on external factors like changing our teens' behavior, or trying to control our environment, or seeking outside validation and approval. But none of those approaches create lasting change if our thinking remains the same. It's like if a car has run out of gas, but someone thinks the engine is the problem. The car won't work until the driver puts some gas in, no matter how much they tinker with the engine. They're not addressing the root cause of why the car isn't moving. The same goes with finally overcoming parenting problems. Most other approaches are just playing with the engine but not fixing the root cause of your struggles. Which is why progress is either slow or non-existent. Let's look at an example. A common approach to overcoming challenges in the parent-teen relationship is seeking external advice and implementing parenting strategies. Using parenting strategies to overcome challenges in the parent-teen relationship will work if your thinking makes you feel confident and positive. This is why it does work for some people. Their thinking is where it needs to be for them to improve the relationship. But if your thinking is doubtful or negative, it will not work because you will feel frustrated or discouraged in that moment. This is why I struggled to overcome parenting challenges for so long despite trying so many different things. Remember, what you think creates what you feel and do. And because of this, most other approaches miss the root cause of why you are struggling in the first place. So, you might be thinking we need to go in and change all those thoughts, right? Wrong. Let's look at the secret sauce that makes this process so powerful. When we understand the root cause of our emotions and reactions, we can begin to make real changes. Step 3 is all about mastering the art of not taking our thoughts so seriously. Let's learn to lighten up on our thinking. This is what makes this approach so different and so exciting. And what gives you true freedom from endless struggles and emotional turmoil. Our brains are complex machines that are tricky to control, which is why approaches that try to control them usually fail. Instead, we need to take the power out of the thoughts that dictate how we feel and act. Imagine if you could think, I'm not a good enough parent, my teen will never listen to me, I'm always doing something wrong, we will never have a close relationship, and it wouldn't affect you like it does now. Imagine if you could feel anxious, frustrated, guilty, hopeless, and it wouldn't affect you like it does now. Wouldn't that give you real freedom from endless struggles and emotional turmoil? The less seriously you take your thoughts, the less overwhelmed you will feel. This will lead to greater freedom and peace of mind. Turning down the dial allows you to quiet the noise in your mind, reduce stress, and gain clarity. By letting go of unnecessary worries, you can focus on what truly matters and experience a greater sense of peace and well-being. While you are here, you will feel and act in a certain way. And while you are here, you will feel and act in a certain way. So where do you think you should be? Here? Or here? It's obvious, isn't it? This is exactly what the 3 principles helped me achieve. I turned down the dial on my constant critical thoughts, allowing me to manage frustration and strong reactions more effectively. That 3-step process, simple as it might sound, changed my life. Let's review the 3 steps to parenting freedom. Step 1. Understand why we feel frustrated and or react strongly. Because we are thinking thoughts that make us feel that way. Step 2. Recognize how our emotions and reactions impact us and our relationships. Most other approaches don't get to the root cause of why we feel or act the way we do, so they either don't work at all or only work in the short term. Step 3. Master turning down the dial of your thoughts. Real freedom comes from taking our thoughts less seriously, so we feel less impacted by them. If you're struggling with parenting challenges, this is the approach you should consider. Remember earlier in the class when I told you that you should be skeptical? I understand you might be thinking, it can't be that easy. So let me prove it to you. I applied these insights with my own children and their families, and here's what happened. They have achieved significant external accomplishments, completing college, getting married, and pursuing careers as a high school English teacher, a firefighter paramedic, a commercial real estate appraiser, and a nutritional therapy practitioner. However, their true value lies in the kind of hearts they possess. Each of them has developed a deep sense of empathy, kindness, and resilience. They approach life with a positive mindset, always ready to help others and face challenges with grace. What truly sets them apart is their ability to connect meaningfully with people and show compassion in their daily interactions. When our kids were small, we lived in New Jersey with my husband's family. Later, we moved to California to be near my family. As our children started their own families, we found ourselves spread across different states. After getting married, one of our daughters moved to the Northwest to be near her husband's family. Soon after, our other daughter's family followed, and then our son and his wife moved to the same area. Naturally, my husband and I had to move to be closer to all of them and our grandchildren. Finally, our other son and his family have moved to the area as well. Here we are in more recent pictures. Some of the grandchildren are already teens, and the cousins love being around each other, strengthening their bonds with every gathering. It's not set in stone that we will always be living near each other, and we still have minor misunderstandings. However, it's a testament to the fact that we've been able to cultivate strong ties. We continue to make great memories together, cherishing our time as a closely knit family. I still face struggles, but because of this approach, I'm on a whole different level in dealing with and resolving them more quickly and effectively. Our family's journey clearly demonstrates the effectiveness of this method. The results truly speak for themselves. This isn't just theory. It's exactly what I used to go from struggling with family dynamics to fostering a loving, connected, and supportive family. It's also how I help others achieve the same results. It's simpler than any other method out there. It's less complex than any other approach. And most importantly, the transformation lasts. Right about now, after hearing the steps I took and seeing the transformation in my own life, people usually ask me, how can I learn more? Well, there's a fast way and a slow way. You can use what I shared today and spend months or even years researching this topic yourself, like I did, reading tons of books, hiring mentors, attending seminars, like I did. Or you can do it the fast way using my 6-week Inner Connection Quest. I put this online training program together to help people around the world finally build stronger connections with their teens with confidence and understanding, fast. Join our transformative 6-week online course from anywhere in the world. Each week, you'll receive helpful lessons and quick reference guides designed to help you rethink how your thoughts and feelings shape your interactions. Dive in and discover new insights that will enrich your parenting journey. Each week's material also includes engaging activities, related videos, thought-provoking discussion questions, worksheets with useful tools, and practical tips to help you apply what you've learned. See your relationships transform with more heartfelt conversations, shared laughter, and a deeper sense of trust and connection. The objective of the program is simple: to help parents build stronger, more meaningful connections with their teens without feeling overwhelmed or unsure of what to do. All in just 6 short weeks. This 6-week program is built around the GROWTH acronym, which encapsulates the key areas identified through extensive research and experience as essential for nurturing a confident, compassionate, and capable teen. Each letter represents a key area we will explore each week. G for growth. R for recognition. O for opportunity. W for warmth. T for trust and H for helping. Many parents start this journey feeling overwhelmed and disconnected from their teens. They struggle to see their own worth and their teen's worth, and they deal with doubts. They find it challenging to build strong emotional bonds, create trust, and support their teen in making meaningful contributions to their community and the world. Here's how the GROWTH acronym aligns with the 6 fundamental human needs in the strategic intervention model. G for growth aligns with personal development and progress needs. R for recognition aligns with the need to feel important, special, and valued, which we call significance. O for opportunity meets the need for change, stimulation, and adventure, often referred to as variety. W for warmth fits the need for bonding, connection, and love, which we call connection or love. T for trust relates to the need for safety, stability, and comfort, known as certainty. H for helping aligns with the need to give to others and make a difference, which we call contribution. These elements are designed to address the specific needs of teens, helping them grow and thrive. So let's break down exactly what this course includes. The first week's topic is growth. It's about planting seeds of growth and nurturing hope. In parenting, hope is like sunlight and water for plants. It provides the essential elements for nurturing development and resilience. Next, we explore the 3 principles of mind, thought, and consciousness. By understanding these simple yet profound concepts, we can cultivate hope and enhance our interactions with our teens. These principles offer valuable insights into mental states, providing a foundation for more supportive and effective communication. The Inner Connection Quest includes a service project completed over 6 weeks, each corresponding to a different stage. This project aims to foster family unity and encourage community contribution, culminating in a meaningful conclusion by the final stage. This first week, we will introduce the service project. By the end of week 1, you'll learn how to unlock your teen's potential by fostering a love for learning. You'll also discover simple concepts that can enhance your daily life and promote continuous self-improvement for both you and your teen. In week 2, we'll explore the concept of recognition, which means feeling significant and valued. By charting the course with a clear vision and an optimistic outlook, we can guide our family through calm waters and turbulent waves, effectively handling daily challenges. We continue the theme of hope by exploring practical ways to apply the principles of mind, thought, and consciousness. These principles help create a supportive and understanding environment for both parents and teens. By incorporating these perspectives into our parenting, we can help teens better understand their thoughts and feelings. This leads to a more peaceful and fulfilling life for the entire family. With the service project identified in week 1, it's time to assign specific roles and responsibilities to each family member. This second step ensures everyone feels valued and significant by recognizing their unique strengths and contributions. Week 2 is all about understanding the importance of feeling significant and recognizing innate value. Week 3's topic is opportunity. It addresses the need for variety, adventure, and new experiences. Conduct an inner symphony for a life of enlightenment and creativity. By focusing on the internal music of enlightenment and creativity, parents can effectively lead their family symphony. In this topic about insights and opportunities, we will explore how to harness the power of our thinking to unlock new possibilities. By embracing a state of calm and clarity, we can transform obstacles into chances for enlightenment and deeper connections. This third week focuses on transforming uncertainty into opportunities for growth and exploration. This stage of the ongoing service project is to develop a strategic action plan. After working your way through week 3, you'll be starting to explore new activities and embrace the unknown with confidence. Week 4's topic is warmth, which is about connection and love. Enlightenment symbolizes the artist's profound understanding of their craft, while trusting your gut represents the instinctive decisions made through experience. Learn how to blend your knowledge and intuition to nurture and guide teens effectively. In this week's video, we will explore the idea that fostering warmth and connection has less to do with managing our state of mind and more to do with understanding how the mind works. By gaining insights into the mind's mechanisms and recognizing our unlimited potential, we can cultivate deeper emotional bonds and create more meaningful relationships. Week 4 of the Interconnection Quest topic, warmth, focuses on fostering teamwork and emotional connection. This step of the service project aims to build strong family bonds through active listening, empathy, and quality time, ensuring a cohesive and supportive environment for the service project. Week 4 will guide you in creating deep emotional connections and a nurturing atmosphere for your teen. In the 5th week of the Interconnection Quest, for the topic, trust, we emphasize the importance of stability, predictability, and security. Resilience represents the inner strength of the parent, while trust is about fostering honesty and openness. Learn how to weave these qualities into your daily interactions. We will explore how to find confidence and navigate life's uncertainties without feeling the pressure to have everything figured out. Through an engaging video, we'll learn practical ways to embrace self-assurance and resilience. We continue the service project portion of the Interconnection Quest, emphasizing the importance of maintaining consistency and support. This step of the service project focuses on maintaining consistent efforts and ongoing support to build trust and create a secure environment for your family. By the end of week 5, you'll know how to create a stable and secure environment where teens feel safe and understood. The final week's topic is about helping and encouraging meaningful contributions with a sense of purpose through acts of service. Resilience represents the strong structure, while helping is the guiding light that encourages meaningful contributions through acts of service. Learn how to cultivate inner strength and foster a supportive environment to effectively guide teens through life's challenges. Difficulties can be transformed into opportunities for greater love and expansion. It's all in how they are perceived. Instead of trying to change external circumstances, focusing on what occurs inside can lead to profound transformation. This inward approach shifts the perspective, turning challenges into doorways to deeper self-understanding and growth. In week 6 of the Inner Connection Quest, Helping, we focus on the principle of thought and the importance of giving and contributing to others. This final step of the service project highlights the fulfillment and purpose that come from community service and family participation. The final week brings everything together so you and your team can actively work together to create meaningful change. This Inner Connection Quest is designed to transform anyone who is struggling with feeling disconnected, overwhelmed, or lacking confidence in their parenting journey. I put this program together to save others from those painful dead ends. Simply follow the training, week by week, and watch yourself transform. Having said that, because you may have spent lots of time and money going down painful dead ends, you might be hesitant. Or, you might be thinking, I've tried so many things before and they haven't worked. What if your approach doesn't work for me? Let me reassure you. Sign up, and if, within the first 30 days of access, you don't see the benefits for yourself, simply email us for a full, no questions asked refund. You will see growth even from the first week, but if you're not happy, simply contact us within 30 days and we'll refund you in full. That way, you can try it for at least 4 of the 6 weeks to see the results for yourself. So, here's the thing. The way I see it now, you have 2 options. Do nothing and continue to feel disconnected, overwhelmed, and uncertain in your parenting journey. Or you can make a vow to yourself, like I did, that you will finally beat this. This means your other option is to invest money wisely and solve the problem. Having tried so many other options myself, I believe this is the best way to do just that. Because this quest is specifically about overcoming parenting challenges using proven principles and insights. Before I tell you the price, let me ask you a question. What would it be worth to you to hardly ever feel disconnected from your teen again? Hardly ever feel overwhelmed by parenting challenges again? And hardly ever feel uncertain about your parenting decisions again? Priceless, right? What would it be worth to you to hardly ever feel as stressed again? Hardly ever feel a lack of worth again? Or hardly ever struggle with self-doubt again? Can you put a price on that? I'm pretty sure hardly ever having to experience those challenges again would be worth thousands to you. But listen, if you're serious about finally getting to where you want to be, I made sure this program doesn't cost you the thousands I had to pay to learn it. You can take the entire 6-week Inner Connection Quest for a 30-day test drive for a one-time payment of $297 or 3 monthly payments of $107. That's less than the cost of a daily coffee or fast food meal for making cherished memories with your teen. Is 6 short weeks and less than a daily coffee worth ensuring your teen looks back on their childhood with joy and appreciation? If you're feeling as much pain as I was, gaining clarity and peace of mind is worth much more than that. Before you sign up, though, let me sweeten things even more to make this a total no-brainer. Bonus number 1. After completing the 6-week class, you'll have a chance to schedule a completely free coaching call with me. On the call, we'll discuss what you learned, your plan moving forward, and any other blocks you have around the problem. This personalized feedback and coaching will supercharge your results even further. Bonus number 2. Recorded videos of transformational interviews. Listen to interviews of people who have experienced massive transformation thanks to this process. Hear how it helped them to gain clarity, where they are now, and what their number 1 piece of advice is to ensure you get the most out of the program. Bonus number 3. The Inner Connection Quest Community Group. Connect with other parents who understand your challenges and can offer advice and encouragement. Learn from the experiences and successes of other parents to find new strategies for your own journey. Access additional insights and tips from experts to enhance your learning and application of the program principles. So that means, as part of the 6-week interconnection quest, you get engaging activities, related videos, discussion questions, useful tools, practical tips, one-on-one 100% free follow-up coaching call, transformational interviews that prove to you what is possible with this, and the Interconnection Quest community group. All for $297 or 3 payments of $107. So, here's the thing. The way I see it now, you have 2 options. Do nothing and continue to feel frustrated, isolated, and confused about how to improve your relationships. Continue to struggle and fight and battle with your emotions and behaviors. And just hope that you will miraculously wake up one day feeling better, which is possible but unlikely. Or you can make a vow to yourself, like I did, that you will finally beat this. That you will no longer remain in mental and emotional chains, held back by this challenge. And give my online training a try 100% risk-free. You can be starting the first lesson in the next few minutes. So, if you want to join this movement of people who refuse to settle for less, visit the link and sign up now. Remember, this is 100% risk-free. If you don't see results within the first 4 weeks, get your money back. I beg you to not stay stuck. Or accept this is just the way you are. Take action and learn something that is proven to help parents create a happier home and gain clarity in their lives. If you have any questions, please email support@upliftingeducation.com. Watch your inbox for a special digital gift as a thank you for your time today. This resource is designed to help develop mindful habits and enhance clarity of mind. And if you're ready to sign up, visit the link and access week 1 within the next 10 minutes. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the inside.